Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for coming out to learn a little bit about Cascadia Minerals. We are a copper and gold focused company working up in the Yukon and British Columbia. We have some forward-looking statements you can take a peek at, and it's on our website as well. So just a quick brief history. We're a newly formed company. We came out of a transaction. Hecla Mining bought ATAC Resources, and it had a number of copper assets, and we spun that out into Cascadia Minerals. So this is a new company. We were formed in June, publicly listed in July, and raised a little bit of money in August, and we did a drill program all in that same 6 months. It was a very busy year, and you can see the shares outstanding there, 37 million shares outstanding, and I think that's almost half of that is made up by Hecla Mining, VRIC Gold, Michael Gentile out of Montreal, high net worth investors and management. So a very well structured company, and you can see our share chart there. And our team is really steeped from, I've done over 25 years of exploration up in the Yukon, and collectively kind of over 200 years with our team. We've got ex-VPs from VRIC, Rob Carner, chairman, 40 plus years in the Yukon. So we've been working in the Yukon a long time. And then we've just picked up a project in the BC. So where are our projects? You can see, I'm not going to be able to get into all of them today with the amount of time we have, but the feature, our flagship, is the Catch project in Yukon and the Pill property in British Columbia. You can see there where we're at. The Catch property is just southeast of Carmax, and Pill is in the heart of the Toodoggone. This is a quite important slide in the fact that a lot of people are aware of the Golden Triangle in British Columbia, where all the major deposits are. Those are all located within the Stikine terrain. That Stikine terrain actually goes up into the Yukon, but there's been very little porphyry exploration up in the Yukon. It's kind of a tougher area to explore. We're kind of the first movers in that area now, after we optioned this Catch project off of a prospector in the Yukon, a young fellow that used to work for us and just won the Yukon Prospectors of the Year award for this project. It's the most copper I've ever seen mineralization on surface in my 25 years in the Yukon. It's just amazing that you can still find this kind of mineralization, and that's kind of the beauty of the Yukon. There's a lot of untouched areas, so very exciting. And I mean, the first two diamond drill holes ever drilled on this project were done this year, and our second one hit 116 meters of 0.3 copper and 0.3 gold. And to put that into perspective, that's the open pit grade of the Red Chris in BC. So a very good start, and we haven't even hit what's called the potassic core, the higher grade core of this system. We're just in our first season of drilling that's ever been done in this area, so it's really exciting. We'll zoom a little bit closer into the project. You can see there that in the yellow, or Catch property, we're 10 kilometers from paved highway and power. This is the first property in my life of working in the Yukon where somebody's texted me pictures of mineralization for the property. So it's a great location. But you can see there's no other claims down in that area. And for some reason, this area has just never been looked at. And in 2023, we actually began a regional program in the Stikine, and we're going to continue doing that in 2024. And again, and the Stikine actually covers that highway all the way up from Whitehorse and to Carmack. So the Yukon can be infrastructure challenged, and we're our projects are unique in that we're quite close to infrastructure. You can see the terrain there. It's kind of mellow, mountainous terrain, so quite amenable to potential mining operations compared to some of the places I've worked up in the Yukon. Here we are kind of zooming right into the project. You can see this is IP at a 300 meter level. You can see the highlight zones. You can also see an A prime to A prime and B to B prime. We drilled on that A to A prime. We'll be looking at that in our next section on that anomaly. You can see some of the surface grades in between what we call the diorite zone to the south and the main zone to the north. You can see some of those outcrop samples that We have no geophysics over. And there's mineralization all the way up through the diorite zone up to the main zone. Some really nice outcropping grades there as well. You can see, I didn't mention it, the first diamond drill hole also got 45 meters closer to surface at 0.3 copper as well with 0.15 grams gold. So we're really feeling that out right now. And what we'll be doing, and you can see that B2B prime is moving out to the east. Our drill is sitting there ready to get started up in the spring. And that's 300 meters to the east. This is what the section that we did drill on, the A to A prime. You can see where that mineralization is. You can see that, we're getting surface mineralization over a 1.4 kilometer long area. It's just never been drilled before. We have other targets and geophysic targets there as well. The next slide that you're going to see is we're going to be moving to the east. And this next slide, there has been no drilling on this section, and we have an even larger IP signature here as well. So our plan is to drill 5, 6, 7, or 8 holes. We'll be drilling deeper and just off section as well to potentially hit that hotter potassic core and higher grade area of the deposit. So, or mineralization. We don't have a deposit yet, but we'll be working on that. So yeah, very exciting. Looking forward to drill that in 2024. I think because we are a spin out, a lot of people don't know about the company, so there's a real opportunity. Do your due diligence, come and talk to us right over here at the pavilion. We can go into depth into a lot of this. So yeah, keep an eye on what we have planned for this year. So that's the catch. And this figure here is just really that red box is kind of showing you how we're a little higher up in the system. And what we want to get down into that potassic core where you typically get higher grade mineralization. So yeah, it's really exciting. I got a couple minutes to talk about Pill. This is another project. It's on a road in the heart of the Toodoggone. Some might recognize those other properties in the area. You have Thesis Gold. You've got A-Mark with a joint venture with Freeport-McMoran. You have ChemS just down to the south, and Skeena as well. And we managed to option this Pill project. We're the red property in the middle. It had lots of historical work, but really hadn't gone into depth and wasn't a systematic approach. We went in there and we're finding lots of nice new mineralization. The Spruce target to the north, we found 18% copper this year. Last year we had 9% copper. We have a nice 4-kilometer area there at Spruce. But what we're really liking is the Pill South target, and I'll zoom to that. Here you'll see the Pill South, or I'll finish up the Spruce. You see that in the upper right target area. So that's a new area that had never really had seen any work. We went down to the last year's work in 2022. We found lots of nice mineralization at the Pill South target. And we did some IP in 2022. We did deep IP in 2023. We got a really nice kind of classic porphyry target there as well. Got to see a lot deeper. And you can see that here, in that you kind of have that classic pyrite shell look. There was a drill hole. You can see it there, 0304. I mean, that was a long time ago. Didn't get anywhere near the target depth. Our plan is to go in there and do 2 deep holes on this and go look for that potassic core. I love this project. It's right on a road. There's a lot of activity. Thesis is very busy. It's a great collaborative environment up in that Golden Horseshoe. So excited about that one as well. So yeah, our plan is to drill about 5,000 meters up at the Catch this year. We'd like to do 1,500 meters at Pill as well. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it. So yeah, it's pretty good on time. So thank you so much for coming to check out Cascadia.